All right, hello and welcome, welcome back to Commander of the Great War. It is 1916. We are pushing deep into France on the border of Paris. We've restabilized after taking Antwerp, and we are ready to swing the hinge of this door deeper into France. Absolutely. So we'd really like to get rid of this rail car as well, but it is dug in a city. You know, it's not just the rail car, it's all the troops along with it. Over here in the east, we've taken a few turns to actually recover our efficiency after taking so much land. And now the Russians are doing what they can to basically stabilize. You know, it's an interesting situation that we find ourselves in. I also like the idea of maybe like surrounding Vitebsk, you know, Kursk over here. Down in the south, it looks like we're about to break through on this unit here. If I just hover over it, it's looking pretty strong. And then after that happens, maybe these other units can step into this tile. This guy can move over. You know, all kinds of great things can happen there. So while I continue moving around, you know, the naval stuff, Italy, very slowly, one kind of tile at a time is moving. This is slower than it can be, and then down into Egypt. They could make gains if they use their planes religiously, but instead they allow us to recover from time to time, and then we sometimes push forward. Cairo's there. Sometimes it doesn't even feel like it's worth attacking in this area, but hey, with Alexandria there, Cairo here, we might be able to push them out. And at that point, I don't know what. They'd probably have a lot of units down here in the south that are out of supply that we can surround and kill. It would feel good, but it wouldn't do much more than, I don't know, lowering British morale. And the Brits are really not that involved. Every now and then they land a troop here in France, and we kill it. But yeah, without further ado, let's have a look. It looks like we can actually bomb Paris, and I think this is the big thing that we were looking at is there a chance for us to get through into Paris? And with the fact that we can bomb for potentially 4, looks like we only got 3. Let's just do a nice good round of like plane harassing and whatever else we can do. And then let's go check out what does the infantry think. 4. Paris has fallen. Holy damn. Demoralizing loss leads to the surrender of the French forces. Will it? We don't know. Alright, Calais could also deal with some bombings. We do not have enough artillery to fire off here in the east if we use artillery in the west. If we want to keep using our air units and stuff. Probably worth doing into Calais here. Not that we're ready to attack it this turn, but it certainly looks like we'll get close by doing this. Actually, with these units able to step over, it's likely best that we just move you down to here. And then you go to there, you go to here, you can recover. And yeah, I mean, if we do have Calais surrounded, let's give them hell, boys. Doesn't look like this plane can do very much. This one might be able to get to Calais. Let's send it and see what happens. And we can start the attacks. Looks like we're taking 2 losses each. Didn't really get much done there, unfortunately. A little bit of repairing. I'd like to do some damage to this rail car, but it's just so slow going. They have this unit that's a little bit on the weak side. Let's harass. And then a couple of attacks later. Pretty low. No way to get an additional attack on those Italians, though. Could rail you into here just to fill out the line, but that's going to cost you a lot of efficiency. But I guess you don't need to actually be in Antwerp. It's fine. Nothing really going on there. Anything to upgrade or fix? Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Anything to upgrade? I mean, I'm going to fire the cannon. I certainly do want it to be full health. I can't do another German upgrade, though, because we're just so low on production capacity right now that it would be too much of a risk. Wow, we went down to like no health here. Let's keep these bombings going. And The Austrians have ammo. Let's make them use it, baby. And that straightens out the line a little bit, which we like. I don't think we have to attack anywhere else right now. So, slowly, 1 tile per turn, carving our way into Italy. Fine by me. It's costing us a lot of ammunition, but that's okay. This is the one over here that I was interested in seeing how it goes. So let's attack here. And yeah, move you in, move you down. Let's do some harassment onto this garrison. And with some good hits, you're dead. The car basically could escape if we didn't careful. Let's do this and this. Now it's surrounded. And that actually killed it. Love that. Yeah, I did like that a lot. And over here, we have low efficiency, 3 and 6. It's probably not even worth attacking, given how low that efficiency is. Over here, however, we talked about potentially hitting this cannon, and that could lead to some good stuff. So, how do we want to do this? I kind of like the idea of bombing this garrison that's the furthest forward. Maybe hitting the one in the rear just once to limit their ability to kind of counter. And then let's bring the cavalry. As much as the cavalry could swoop around, I need that general's presence. Oh, interesting. Well, in that case, let's attack. Didn't really go our way this time, but who's to say it doesn't the next time, you know? Alright, kind of looking up the coast here. How are we not through on these guys yet? Oh my god. This garrison keeps being recovered. Let's try and cut this area off from their reinforcements. Let's keep harassing you. You're almost dead. You're under threat. This infantry's going for the surround. Yeah, and then all this stuff just has to keep moving forward because it's got to get out of the way because the next stuff is about to come through. So, attack over the river, attack across, and keep moving north. I mean, we're losing so much efficiency just trying to keep up with this push, but that's just the way of the world right now. We'll move this cannon over so that it can impact other things if needed. Speaking of which, oh no, we can't bomb Riga, but we could bomb Tallinn, make sure that it's nice and low on its effectiveness. We could bomb Helsinki, I think. No, you can never get by without taking Tallinn. But once you take Tallinn, I think you can get through all the way to Helsinki, and then you still can't get Petrograd. St. Petersburg. We could attack on Kursk, but again, I think, like I mentioned at the start, I think it's probably just worth chilling out, letting that simmer for a moment. We could try and get to the city of Tiflis. Let's come up here and see what's up. Okay, we can hit you. We can do a lot of things here. What's best is probably to keep attacking at some of this crap. But I like the idea of getting the car in here. Still, the car is very slow to get through the mountains. So if we can get this garrison around and then elongate our line and just start throwing heat at this guy. Oh, I didn't even lead with the plane. It's probably the best we can do. And then this can just stay kind of bunkered in. Move the car forward a little bit. Not that it'll matter. Most of the vision here is provided by the plane. And then, yeah, that gets us to here, where things are just ever so slightly more awful. I think what we do is we do a slight rotation and get this 10-fold in. Well, damn. I need to attack with you. Okay, well, I need to finish you off, but now I have no way of filling the gap. So I removed them from a tile, but now what? Unfortunate. Because I had to shift everything to get the units into place, and then when they did the attack, they didn't actually finish it. I guess I should have attacked with him, and no, I couldn't have moved the unit that was standing here because I had already shifted him up. The only way that he could get into that tile is if he got the kill. So, that's fine. That is absolutely fine. Anything notable in diplomacy here? 2 to 4 turns on the Romanians. Fine. Fine. So Italy, France, Russia. Oh yeah, German reinforcements. Yeah, you know what? Germany's out of rail lines, unfortunately. I'm surprised that happened so quickly, but fine, we might send one down into here or there. Anything to put pressure. We did talk about getting a unit down into Nice. Let's get an Austro-Hungarian bomber out here. Mostly for the visibility. Yeah, there's no way they can get into Nice in time, right? They're not going to leave Aragorn. We might even step up and towards it and put some pressure on the fortress. We'll see. Maybe, like, if we can kind of cut it off. But with these infantry squads, it's probably best to just relax. But I don't know. We'll have all this stuff coming out of Odessa, and we really should be able to put the squeeze here. We still have so much national morale just from all, like, the land that we've been conquering. Everybody's a fan. Except for, obviously, the people that are being, you know, invaded. But we don't talk about them. We have 40 production with the Turkey. Time to get that cannon. We talked about getting the cannon several times. They have enough ammunition coming in that every other turn when you have to move cannons around, they could get some benefit. Now, like, at the start of the game, or for the first year, the German cannons were just firing and firing and firing. But that's because the front line was never moving. So they never had to move with the line, right? Moscow is, like, almost in sight, unironically. We could probably be bombing it, too. It has 20 HP, or 20 production potential. We'll see what happens here. France looks like they're bailing out. They have so much stuff in Italy. Like, if they just were more focused on defending themselves and not just moving units around all the time. That's so annoying. We finally got through that unit. And see, even now, this is French, right? Like, they're coming in to defend there instead of anywhere else. Okay, things are moving around. That's fine. Like, I'm not worried about interdicting trade. The British can have all the convoy support in the world. Belgium surrendered. Does that leave a gap somewhere? Not really. Move that line up. I mean, we have Paris. We have Belgium. We have all of Belgium occupied, right? I'd like to go back to Russia, right? There was some interesting... Like, he's so far forward with this unit. Then there's Turkey. They just moved back. You think there's a world in which we can get Tiflis here? By, like, continuing, like, you march forward. You march forward. I mean, it actually didn't even look that bad, to be honest. And you can keep attacking this. Let's get the plane repaired, even though it's not in range of Tiflis. It's fine. And now this unit's getting ground down. This city is now disconnected from this. They can bring the rail car in, but I don't feel like the armored trains are all that impactful. Down here, I'd like to just keep chewing at whatever squad they put in the center. So we can't attack it any more than that, but that's fine. We'll just get our efficiency back. Get this cavalry into this spot. That gives us a lot of good vision. It's not very good, good news or anything like that, but we're here now. So keep bombardment. That's pretty solid. 2 of you are almost dead. This unit can get all the way into that slot there. Something tells me that this cavalry is a good spot to hit, but perhaps the garrison is better. Okay, air combat ensued. Let's just bring this infantry out. Let's let it repair on the back line there. Just for a moment in time. A lot of this German stuff is just in a state of disrepair. So let's just take a moment, harass this, probably harass you. I'm realizing I should really always be hitting you. I'd like to do even more. Like, what do you do? 2 damage? That's worth doing. Cannon moves forward. Germany has ammo, so let's keep this pressure really high. You have 5 efficiency, you have 10. Let's bring the high efficiency man forward. You could hit this car, and that's Rouen taken. And then we can hit this garrison and just keep this pressure really, really high. And then we cover off on Paris. And here, and then we bring forward a cannon. If they want to stand here and fight, then by Jove, we're here. We're ready for them to fight. Though let's get this squad a little bit, lower their efficiency, make it so they can't do that much. Same thing here. Let's attack this. I was thinking about attacking this French infantry, but it's fine. You know, it's fine. We could make attacks into here. That doesn't seem fruitful. We're ready for this to become something. Let's go ahead and march this squad in here. Okay, there is a garrison. Let's make sure that the general makes it. And this unit. And if we look at diplomacy, it's 1 to 3 turns, so... I can't get to Odessa for an attack, so let's just move the planes down. Sorry, I can't use the planes to harass. So that seems fine. You guys have low efficiency. It looks like we're about to go in for a fight anyway. So maybe something like this. Just get marching. We're going east. If they attacked me at Kiev, they would get in. But I could send a German there. Doesn't seem necessary. Bring one down here. We do have some rail lines left, some capacity for movements. Okay, we finally got through into Riga. We're about to cut off supply. Let's harass. Let's start the attack. Put them under, like, actual threat here. And then, yeah, we can bring the cannon forward. You may as well just repair. Yeah, I mean, Vitebsk would be lovely to take, wouldn't it? So, that's nice. Let's continue. Upwards and onwards. I'd really like for you to be, like, out of the zone of control, but only so much we can do. Let's get some vision here. Okay, let's go in after this artillery, because that will allow us to do the encirclement. Not that it's like a very sturdy encirclement or anything like that, but... Now, this is a problem for them. Right? I would say it is. They could try and get out, and they sure could. They could succeed with that. But if I do this, that makes it a lot harder for them. And this is our general up here, so let's do a big turn of moving our Air Force. And, I mean, you know what? It's fine. We'll attack you. It's slow going. Next turn, this guy will come over. Everything will be good. But you're not there now, so let's get started. Moscow is so low on defense. There's like nothing there. We are once again just kind of cutting through here. They could make minor offensive actions back at me, but when I have this much land, then I'm just swooping through. And this much visibility. I guess I don't have anything to back it up, but I do have the ability to move things very quickly along rail lines. So, you know. So we got that front done. We've got this front done. So that's sorry, Armenia / like the Caucasus are done. The Russian flank for the Germans and Austrians is done. We are so ready to go down here. Egypt is done, Italy's done, and France is done. If I click upgrade, then this cannon gets a really good upgrade. This cannon gets a good upgrade. A lot of Germans over here could be improved, that's for sure. Nothing on this front. Yeah, so it's really just any Germans. Anything in the German front line here against Russia? Not really. It's pretty much all the upgrades that are needed are down here. Which, I mean, it's pretty expensive, but getting a nice tier up on our units is nice. Austrian bomber. One tile down. Okay, they do have a cannon. And then an additional cavalry down here makes sense. Do I want something else to support this front out here? It actually feels like it's gonna expand soon. So, like, because if we were to grab this tile, for instance, I would be at my limit in terms of control. Whereas out here, we have it kind of sandwiched. So let's put units where we need a little bit more strengthening. That's fine. All right, zoom in, hit end turn. It did auto conquer that tile for me, thankfully. I wasn't sure if it was going to or not. Morale is high. I know that at one point we were actually down to 120% for the Ottomans. So clearly something went right. Let's see, Bryansk. Are you going to just chill there? You're going to connect to the city. That makes sense because you were completely cut off. And then you're going to make it open. Wow. I mean, they must have plans to deploy something in Kursk then. Because that's an interesting way of opening supply, that's for sure. Bombardment. They actually had enough ammo to fire their cannons for once? What the hell? That must be illegal. And they're rotating units and bringing their own cannons forward. Understood. And now that we're through on that Russian flank, they are retreating. I thought that was going to be a static front line. And yet here we are. The AI doesn't do a bad job of like positioning their units as if they were going to fight, but it sure seems weird the way they do it. Flamethrowers for Germany. Incredible. Okay, I would really like to conquer this, especially before the baddies come in. So let's keep moving you west. Let's repair these units. Keep everyone happy. Get more units kind of starting to dig in here. I mean, we have a lot of units. So, that's nice. I think that killing this unit would be pretty cool. And then what? Like, just absolutely going to town on that one. Okay, well, you retreated in the wrong way. Not that you had anything left to you, but... Okay, and if I position here, he shouldn't really be able to get away. Kursk has a full infantry, which if he left the city, we could get in behind it. He could deploy something else, but... I have a feeling he won't. I really didn't need to do that, but it just feels right. Like, attack. The enemy is there. Attack. I can get all the way to here and attack Primaville or whatever. Looks like Talon doesn't have any garrison. Oh, there it is. Germany does have ammunition, so let it rip, I guess. Beyblade. And then that can get attacked. I mean, seems legit to me. Perhaps this cannon could benefit from a little whacking. And then attack you. I mean, this can repair, but... tis fine. I'm not even headed straight to Moscow right now. As I should be, but it's just like a natural movement to go up here and delete their units. Like, I want to crush their army and never give them an opportunity to coordinate, you know. Let's move over to here. That's still in the zone of control. I feel like there's like... I guess we can bring another air guy over here, but... Good scouting. We have a lot of visibility. Italy. Did hit Tackham. I mean, look, if we can get a better cannon, we should get a better cannon. If you need to be moved back so that we can give you a repair, this seems like a really good turn for that. And then, yeah, we can pressure that side a little bit, but it doesn't look like it's going to go anywhere, so just keep doing these boom booms. Are you not dead yet? I really should have just stepped into this tile and locked in this British unit, but I don't have a way of doing that now, so. Bomber. Germany doing harassment. We still have some ammunition. I mean, look, if we can take Calais, that's pretty sick. And then this is not actually a kill, but may as well be. We could hit this Italian so hard. Let's do it. Now they are under so much threat. Like, we're actually killing. We're just chewing away at the line. That's awesome for us. Let's do a little repair. Make sure everything stays really kosher. Love it. Then cannon comes down to Paris, and we start moving along the coast. I mean, technically Britain could try and land troops, but it's so much harder when you don't already own the coast. It's amphibious instead of just bringing people to France. So if they were having a hard time before, I expect that to continue. And now Orléans is the only close rail hub that they have. That or Lyon. So we'll see what they can do, but they've lost a lot of what the hell was supposed to be here. Yeah. And then you can see this huge around, in and around. Huh. Once again, all the fronts are looking good. You never actually repaired, eh? You stay at 0 from the time you, Okay. Is there an upgrade coming for the artillery of the Ottoman soon? 3 turns. I'm gonna do a repair anyway. We're just not gonna do anything on this messy front. This one we will do though. So that's a way of taking that land. Then we keep attacking even into the mountains. And then if we have the ability to use rail lines, let's do it. And yeah, let's keep kind of focusing them down. I should have flipped these units for this attack, but that's fine. We have a lot of good stuff going for this pressure. Again, Russia, like what are they going to do? Deploy more units down here? Pretty sure they have bigger fish to fry, right? Their whole core is under threat. We're just kind of chewing away at the periphery here. Down here, there's nothing we can really do. And then once again, we've acted as swiftly as we could. So we've broken through all of France. We've broken through all of Russia. We're doing the simultaneous takedown. Germany, here's another ammunition production. Knock yourself out. Though I wanted to look at Germany and see if we could get that railgun. And also have a look to see, are we going to get tanks? Or is the game going to be over before then? Even though we waited a turn. Like, a turn. A year. A year. We waited an entire year. Seems crazy to me. I don't know. What is a turn? Like 2 weeks? Does that mean that there's... What? 52 weeks in a year? So it's like... 26 turns in a year. I don't feel like we've played 50 turns. I usually only get in like 3 or 4 turns per video. But it's certainly not 1 turn per month. I don't know. 2 turns per month means 24 turns. But it doesn't seem to line up on like monthly intervals. 13 goes to what? Oh, I guess it is turn 48. Turn 48 of 118. Okay, so yeah, we're probably pretty much that. 2 years in. Not quite. A year. Romania goes to war. Yo, let's see it. Germany got even more freaking cool techs. I mean, do we cross the border and attack them? I don't know. Certainly this unit is a general, but he needs to get repairs. So let's start in France. Orléans is looking pretty strong, actually, with 2 generals and full efficiency infantry. To my 5 efficiency, 4 efficiency, 5 efficiency. I think I have to take a turn to just kind of repair in place, unfortunately. You guys up here, 8, 9, and 9. I think same thing, like repair, repair, repair. You guys can do some bombardments on these French troops. Oh my god, we almost lost our bomber. Because we should always do our fighter attacks first. If we aren't going to be moving our fighters. Let's just destroy this artillery. Like, what's it doing here? And do we have an extra fighter? We do, but it's not... It's not a healthy one. Or at least it can't hit what I need it to hit. But these guys can. That unit certainly likes to retreat. Which is fair. So goodbye them. So that's really solid. Probably this cavalry is the... Oh, it's counter battery. That's what we're seeing now. Is that a cannon on the front line? Interesting. Well, we certainly can see a lot more of them now. Okay, that was probably a bad attack. This cavalry could absolutely get pounced on. Let's get this unit in close, and let's just throw in some attacks to try and stress the AI by attacking everything, so that he doesn't know exactly where to counterattack. Okay, so this French front is certainly done. This is kind of chilling. You guys here, like, I'm not sure. Like, they have some dig in. He just got here. I mean, we could attack. There's certainly some value in just going all in. I wonder if there's, like, a way to kill this unit. Like, we attack him from here, and then we get a 5 attack. And we get a big attack. Okay, so that's pretty solid. We do have a general here. I mean, I don't really want to go past our dig-in. So let's attack this pretty weak garrison. I mean, I say pretty weak, but he's not actually any weaker than anything else. Well, I mean, I guess he is a little bit on the weak side. Wow, that's a good attack. That's another decent attack. I mean, I kind of am tempted now to run through and get the kill on that unit. Oh, undo. Don't actually go through. I double clicked. That's fine. Let's attack this infantry. Get them nice and softened up. And then let's shift down the line of mountains in a way that is appealing. He might be able to step here. I don't know that he can get through both those tiles. Is this rough? And this is mountain, and that's mountain. Let's step into the mountain around him. I'm not sure about into this, like, flat plains, though. Perhaps we can go down this far and kind of threaten that we'll go into Bucharest if he doesn't defend it. And we're about to get Constanta. So, interesting, right? Right? Everybody kind of thinks this is interesting. And then we have this mountain line, so he really has to attack us in the east. Which, I mean, he might be fine with, but whatever. Whatever, I didn't ask you. I really want to kill this unit. But it's kind of hard for some reason, so... All my units have no efficiency. And down here, they're getting more and more infantry every day. And I need to repair these blimps. But at least this airplane can do a little harassment. Okay, you're finally just dead. You're not even dead. Come on. Up here, though. Yeah, you know what? Just head to Moscow. Why am I doing anything that isn't taking the Russian capital? Tallinn's been taken. I mean, look, we're gonna attack this. There's not even really a purpose. You can get all the way to here. I guess we'll threaten it. I mean, honestly, yeah, just go east. Go east, boys. Get her done. And let's see what these freaking planes and stuff. And we have the flamethrowers, right? So, like, that costs a lot to do, but it's worth doing. We also have the machine guns. So that's interesting. We don't need this unit. I was overly cautious with him. Same thing with a lot of the Ottoman units, but, like, it's fine. So, like, you. I mean, if we can move the cannons up, we may as well. And then the assault and stuff. And Germany's out of cash. But that's okay. Over here, looks like there's a Russian artillery out in the open. Let's get this car through. And let's start and get some repairs. And yeah, I think we keep extending this line as far as we can get around. They actually moved this unit into the center there, which is interesting. Do you guys have any upgrades? No. I'm worried that he could jump through, but if he tried to, he'd be just slaughtered, I think. So, I guess I'm not worried that he'll jump through. They certainly put some pressure on this corner. I think what we do here is we do this shuffle. We attack the garrison on the corner, and we do what we always do. Pinky. Try and conquer the world. Alright. Pretty good. It's just where do you put the extra Austrian? I think here to go for Arad makes sense. Just push through to Bucharest if we have to. These Austrians could be upgraded. Lovely. And then again, I guess we come in this way just to conquer land. And then maybe we go in for Sevastopol. I don't think that's worthy. I'm just kind of like trying to conquer tiles with this unit. It's pretty stupid to be doing that with a garrison that could be kind of cut off relatively easily, but c'est la vie. I can't believe you didn't die. How upsetting. How infuriating. Alright. Let's end turn here and see what happens. French are kind of maneuvering some units in the far west. Cool. Okay, they attacked us with a plane, and the plane died. Completely. Squad wiped. Maybe that's why they reserved their planes a little bit. Ooh, interesting. That was... What you just saw there was actually how to play the game. And then look at that. They just cut off 2 of my infantry squads that were in there. This yeah, is actually making good moves. Oh my god, because that cuts them off for a turn. I can move them back. It's not really a problem. And then that's the cavalry I talked about being surrounded. But, I mean, again, it's not going to stay surrounded for very long. But still, I'm impressed. You know, like, you don't see this very often. And yeah, he's trying to attack me into the mountains. Hey, all that prep was worth it. I don't think it was. We over-prepared for this Romanian conflict. Super hard. But I don't want to get beat, like, stung by it, you know? All those units could have been basically halfway to Moscow at this point. But, you know. Is that a bomber? Oh, and they attacked us with a sub and died. Interesting. Trying to get a lucky hit, you know? Portugal declares war. After minor skirmishes in African colonies early in the war, they're now officially out. Cool. I don't need to do any attacking out there. Come on. Yeah, and I'm actually going to end this here. This has been a really good run. Again, the AI is actually surrounding us here, so this unit is out of supply and under threat. 2 infantry squads out of like 5, so 40% of my infantry squads are out of supply here on the Russian front. Again, it's not going to be a big problem to get them back into supply, but it just goes to show, if you do make really bad moves in this game, like overextending those units, the AI will cut them off. They will try and actually do what they got to do to nail you down. So, very happy for that. I actually like that the AI is fighting back, even if it's a little late for them to be pushing at that. And then also this play down here was really good. They used all their planes to lower my efficiency to 5, and then they attacked and attacked. I don't know that the city is that much like better. Like the desert doesn't offer much defense compared to the city, but you could do more attacks at it. They're just bad at getting their garrisons out of the way, because they literally can't move these garrisons because garrisons have to be adjacent to a city. Oh, but there's Cairo here, so they should be able to move that way. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's a good move, and I'm happy for them. And I can move my cavalry in there, but then I wouldn't be able to use my cannon for a turn. I could upgrade the cannon for gas, but come on. It's a good move. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Ciao for now.